Some Gulf region countries including Qatar, UAE and Saudi Arabia have expressed their interest in buying the Indo-Russian BrahMos Missile. The talks are still in the early stages and further discussions have been suspended due to the global lockdown on account of COVID-19 pandemic. Next week, Indian Army Chief General Naravane will be on a 4-day visit to the UAE and Saudi Arabia. He may hold discussion regarding the sale of BrahMos Missile, which has been India's pride. Besides meeting his counterparts in these countries, he will also be meeting other senior officials in both countries. According to sources, in the first ever visit by any Indian Army chief to the Saudi Kingdom, he will address Saudi National Defense College, besides other meetings with senior officials. General Naravane's visit to UAE comes close on the heels of the recently concluded visit of External Affairs Minister S Jaishankar to this region. The Gulf countries, which have been trying to diversify their economies, are getting more interested in developing their defense industries, which are still in their developing stage. For these countries, India is a preferred partner. Earlier this week, India had condemned a missile attack that targeted an Aramco oil facility located in Saudi Arabia's Red Sea city of Jeddah. India has been focusing on several sectors for deepening cooperation in sectors including space, maritime awareness, joint defense production and exports, security and trade cooperation. The main interest of the Gulf countries is mainly in shipbuilding, munitions, small arms, unmanned platforms and specially designed armored vehicles. They are mostly interested in Russian, Chinese and Western platforms and systems. The Army Chief is likely to discuss Persian Gulf crisis, the US-Iran relations, as well as counter-terrorism cooperation. When last year the UAE had announced an investment of $75 billion in India, the leadership of Saudi Arabia had raised their investment to around $100 billion and had also invited the Indian companies to explore their potential. UAE has inked defense cooperation agreements with India. Also, the Indian ordnance factories had inked an agreement to supply ammunition to the Emirate military. The Gulf country has expressed interest in the Made in India Agash surface-to-air missile system, besides the world's fastest anti-ship cruise missile BrahMos, which is an Indo-Russian joint venture. It is also looking at the indigenous Astra 70-kilometer range air-to-air missile. This can be fitted on the French fighter jet Mirage. The visit is significant as it comes at a time when the world is still dealing with the global pandemic of COVID-19 and India and Chinese forces have been in a standoff since May 2020. News Desk Kaumudi English.